Okay, Salaki, I was cut off there. So I want to give all the praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakahakwadash. Double honor to the elders of Great Millstone who taught me this truth. So we back in Jeremiah 28, verse 8. This is NIV. It says, from earlier times, the prophets who preceded you and may have prophesied war, disaster, and plagues against many countries and great kingdoms. So they don't want to hear this. This is the GNT, Jeremiah 28 and 8. The prophets who spake long ago, before my time and yours, predicted that war, starvation, and disease will come to many nations and powerful kingdoms. So you see what the men of the Lord are doing. They're causing a lot of ruckus and chaos. And there was a time when the men of the Lord were moved out of Rome for creating so much havoc, But let's get into this. This is Labor Council seeks to imprison street preachers up to 2 years for causing offense and distress. You see this here? It says the Labor Party run council in England, and it's funny how it's starting over here. The mother should be ashamed of them. Has sparked outrage by proposing a sweep injunction that could imprison Christians, but we know who they talking about. Because the Christians of today, they not prophesying against kingdoms of war and pestilence. Who's doing that? But the prophets of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, of Great Millstone, might I add. Because these other camps ain't doing it either. They got the prosperity doctrine. There's only one camp that's coming against kingdoms and countries and bringing the testimony of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah. So it says, street preachers for up to 2 years over claims of causing offense and distress, saying that this current world will be done away with thermonuclear fire, man. Yes, that is stressful. That's a stressful message. And only we carrying that message. It says Rushmore Borough Council covering Farnborough and Aldershot, whatever, has faced accusations of attempting to criminalize Christians for preaching, praying, and distributing Bibles in public spaces. I got to add this too, because a lot of you so-called Christians, you wannabes, you antichrists, you're going to take a brunt hit. Y'all going to take a hit of this too. Y'all going to be like the shield for the men of the Lord, because you're going to get swept up in this as well. So you out there Bible fronting, claiming to be prophets and men of the Lord, and these fake prophets, y'all going to be swept up in this too. The Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah going to make sure he gets you false prophets, man. You're going to be dealt with, okay? It says the council initially applied for the injunction in February, citing complaints about noise, public disruptions, and distress caused by the street preachers. Under the proposed term, Christians would be banned from praying for individuals without prior consent. God damn. Handing out religious leaflets or Bibles by hand and laying hands on people in prayer, even with permission, according to whatever. So you see they coming. The injunction also sought to prohibit approaching individuals to discuss religion and preaching messages that could be perceived as hostile toward protected characteristics such as age, gender, sexual orientation. Violations of the injunction could result in fines, arrests, and a maximum prison sentence for 2 years. After an intervention by the Christian Legal Center, street preachers represented by the legal group have managed to temporarily halt the attempts, but this is going down. Oh, the Lord going to have many things come out like this. The council also postponed a court hearing that would have sealed the injunction terms. This council is now reportedly rewriting the injunction while seeking greater consolation with local Christians. They not playing. What's this other part? Okay, here we go. Because I was reading this other part here. It says Rushmore Borough Council defends its actions by pointing to a high volume of complaints. So they complaining about the men of the Lord from residents and local businesses about the behavior of street preachers. Common grievances include the use of portable PA systems. Now, some camps do use this. Great Millstone and affiliates. We don't use any mega voice devices. Okay, loud amplification and messages that some found offensive and upsetting. And this is about the small hats, man. This is about the small. This is not a comfortable message the men of the Lord bring. I'm going to read this again. This is Jeremiah 8, verse 28. Let me read the GNT. The prophets who spoke long ago, before my time and yours, predicted that war. So we're predicting. We're following in the footsteps of the ancient prophets. We're predicting that war, starvation, and disease. That's why when they trip up on a message like this, yes, it's uncomfortable because you're hearing this. Some hearing it for the first time, and its counsel have went back to the nobles. It says, disease will come to many nations and powerful kingdoms. So that means this message is out. Let me get this. This is Isaiah 13:1. So get ready. Get ready. And this is all over Google. I was looking it up in several places. This is Isaiah 13, verse 1. Lift ye up a banner upon the high mountains. Exalt the voice unto them. See, this they said they want to stop the voices, right? They're offended. It says behavior of the street preachers. Common grievances include the use of portable PA systems, loud amplification. So the Lord told us to amp up our voice. So this prophecy is coming to pass. It says, exalt the voice unto them. Shake the hand. We cussing you out. We telling you that the kingdom that's here, that people think is going to go on, is done and people can see it. And now this message has become offensive. It says that they may go into the gates of the noble. So this is the gates of the noble, man. They want to stop the men of the Lord. But it might be a wrap. The Lord said that this message got to be preached throughout the four corners of the earth before the end come. And we clearly seeing that we at the end. We at the end. So Akim, get ready. The action, lights, camera, action is about to start. This is the book of Acts. Now we know the apostles were thrown into prison, several times. This is the apostles' persecution. This is Acts 5 and 17. Then the high priest rose up, and all they that were with him, which is the sect of the Sadducees. So you see, there were camps back then when you go into this word sect. You understand? There were sects on the team. On the scene when our Heavenly Father sent his son Yahushua. Yahushua had his own camp. It started out with 84 disciples, then it trickled down to 12. Then you had the 2 disciples on the side that was following. Then Judas left, then Yahushua left, and then it was added Mattathias. He was brought in. So that was the sect. Okay? But this set was upset at Yahushua's set. It says, which were filled with indignation and laid hands on the apostles and put them in the common prison. So we know that the apostles, they constantly went to prison. And our elders, man, our apostles of Great Millstone been in and out of prison for this word. We hear the stories. So, but we in this day where the Lord is about to shut the mouth of the men because persecution is about to start. But see, they not ready for this right here. This is going to be that monkey wrench. Because soon as they push, the Lord is going to send down Michael. It tell you that at Daniel's 12, Michael was going to stand up in Jacob's trouble. That represents all the angels of war about to activate, man. And you're going to have things like this. Men might be thrown into concentration camp and the angels going to come and break us out. So we waiting for these miracles. So it says, but the angel of Yahweh by night opened the prison doors. This is going to happen. It happened then. Oh, what Romans 15:4 tell you? The things that were written aforetime was written for our learners today. It says, but the angel of Yahweh by night opened the prison doors and brought them forth and said, go stand and speak. Meaning continue to do the work. The work don't stop. Shit, you in the prison doing the work, man. The spirit is going to be so hot and heavy once the persecution start. Y'all don't win, man. You damn Edomites don't win this time. You never won. You won some battles, but you don't win this final war, man. The men of the Lord is going to be prophesying to the Lord, stop us. You're going to hear this message, man. They went right back. The angel said, go right back to business, man. We ain't stopping because you get taken off the street. This word don't stop, man. It says, go, stand and speak in the temple to the people all the words of this life. And when they heard that, they entered into the temple up early in the morning and taught. But the high priest came, and they that were with him, and called the council together, and all the senate of the children of Israel, and sent to the prison to have them brought. But when the officers came and found them not in the prison, they returned and told, saying, the prison truly found we shut with all safety, and the keepers standing without before the door. So the angel did some type of miracle. They could have just walked through the walls, walked through the bars itself, man. He ain't ready for what's about to happen, but it's going to happen, ready or not, man. It says, now when the high priests and the captains of the temple and chief priests heard these things, they doubted, they dubbed it of them whereunto this would grow. They ain't want this to get out. That how the hell they escape? We locked this thing up tight. We can't let this get out. Then came one and told them, saying, behold, the men whom you put in prison are standing in the temple and teaching people. You see this? You think these 2 years causing offense? You can't beat the spirit. We're possessed at this time. And the Lord really going to take over us, man. They tried to hide this miracle when they came back and said they out there preaching. They already found out that they got out of prison by the angel, man. So that upped the faith of more believers, man. It says, then went the captain with the officers and brought them without violence. And they feared the people, lest they should be stoned, because the word started going out heavier. So soon as you push, soon as you devils push, Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shah is about to push back. So I just wanted to blow the trumpet on this. Yep. Labor Council seeks to imprison street preachers up to 2 years for causing offense and distress, because the message that we carry is stressing you damn Edomites, and it's offending you damn Edomites. Primarily you small hats, you top elite, you Rothschilds, the Rockefellers. You guys are highly disturbed that your kingdom is done. It's over. So we're going to end it right there, giving all the praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakaha Kwadash. Double honor to the elders of Great Millstone who taught me this truth. A sincere Shalom Labakarium, Shah Yasha Allah, that's peace to the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel. We about to get out of here, y'all. Shalom.